And good evening, YouTube. Oh, welcome to Simply Diagnostics. We're just thought I'd give you a bit of a channel update. What we've been up to, what we're doing, what we're planning for the future. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much to everybody who's been supporting the channel. We've had an awesome response. We're now up to 882 subscribers, which is brilliant. And most of that is thanks to Leon from Budget and Leggett channel, Paul Scannadana for giving us a shout out, Keith DeFazio, he's given me a shout out, and Keith Perkins. Hi Gordon. Keith Perkins from the Train by Tech channel. He also gave me a shout out last night. And then also to everybody who's come over from Facebook and all the different groups and that, I just want to say thank you very much. Hi Mechanic. Hi Keith. Hi Solid. Yeah, shenanigans, yeah. We just sat chilling. I'm in my comfies. Hi Rick. Yeah, I'm sat here in my comfies. Gordon's on again. Oh, Keith sent you, did he? Nice one. Thanks, Keith. Yeah, so we sat here in my comfies. Just thought I'd give you an update on where we're going with the channel, what we're doing. We're really mad busy at work at the minute, so I'm finding it really difficult to find time to fit in all the filming and editing and stuff like that. But I've got a few really good things in the pipeline. So who's that? Oh, I should have put my glasses on. Hi Haroon. Yeah, so we've got in the pipeline. The first thing I've got to do, I've got a CAN video, the basics of CAN systems, CAN networks, how they work, testing, stuff like that. Hi Ross. So that's the first video I've got planned. I've also got a special video planned for patrons. I'm on Patreon now. I've got three guys that are already supporting me through that. So I've got a special patrons only video coming up very soon. It'll be a sneak preview of what I actually use, what's in my van. It'll be the toolbox tour. So I hope there's Leon in the room. Hi Carsten. Yeah, Leon's here. I spotted you, mate. And you've got a tick by your name. Yeah, so my patrons are going to get a special toolbox tour. They'll get emailed a link out privately. So they'll be able to see what's on my van, what kit I've got. They'll be able to ask me any sort of questions they want on what I use on a daily basis and that sort of stuff. Cheers, Keith. Thanks. That's much appreciated. That. So so they're gonna get that. Hi, Keith. And then we're gonna also on that. Then we've got a common rail diesel special coming up. So we've got the CAN spotlight. I'm gonna do a common rail diesel, basic principles of operation and basic testing for common rail diesel. We might even incorporate. Hi Craig, hi Colin. Oh, chat's going fast. We'll incorporate probably EGR and DPF into that as well. That might be a 2 or 3 part special. So look forward to that. What else have I got? I've been asked also to go back over a couple of me earlier videos. Obviously this video in like's new to me. I know what I want to say, but sometimes I don't get it quite right. Sometimes I put a little bit too much in the video, sometimes I don't put enough. So I'm going to do a walkthrough of some of the videos that I've done in the past, like the polo, the blown fuse, walk through that wiring diagram and see exactly what went right with that diagnosis, a couple of things that went wrong with the diagnosis. Key programming, no, I don't do any key programming, Keith. I've got a really good key lad local to me that I've known for years. It's not worth me getting involved. The level of investment and that, I just pass the work straight on to to Paddy. Cheshire Vehicle Keys Limited on Facebook. Patrick Walker is probably the best locksmith in the northwest of England. Knows his stuff. Really, really good at it. It's not worth me getting involved in keys. I couldn't compete with him either on knowledge, price, or speed, so I don't bother. I pass the key work on to him. He passes me diag work. Same with programming. I've got a really good network of lads around me. I tend to pass the programming work on to them. I do a little bit of pass through and stuff like that, but nothing worth talking about. Extreme Security Birmingham, best key guy in the UK. So he's a bit far away from me. I don't think he'd come to sunny Northwich. So yeah, I tend to pass on to them what they're good at and what they're kitted out for, and they pass on the work to me that I'm good at. So it works quite well. EPROM, yeah, I do a little bit of EPROM work, but again, not a lot. It's not really worth me getting involved at this moment in time. My bread and butter really is wires and wiggly lines. Leeds is probably about an hour from me, something like that. Yeah, it's about an hour and a quarter from me. But on one of the worst motorways in Britain. It's down the M62. It's not a nice journey any time of the day, that. So yeah, so that's really, I just do wires and wiggly lines and jobs that other local garages are, struggling with. They stick to their bread and butter work, and I do my bread and butter. So yeah, that's really what it is. What else did I want to tell you? Oh yeah, so a shout out again to the guys that have supported me on Patreon. That's really, really appreciated. You obviously you know the benefits and that come with that. Collaboration, an hour away. Yeah, it's collaborations in the UK. It's a bit funny, really. Local Auto Spark knows you. Steve, all right, yeah, I know Steve. Yeah, he's a good lad. He is. He's a good lad. He is. He's a very good lad. So yeah, the diet community in Britain, we're quite a tight knit community. We tend to stick together and help each other out through closed networks and stuff like that. And we try and keep each other busy and keep each other moving and stuff like that. Mate, I tell you what, if you buy that house, that was a proper mansion, mate. That wasn't a house. That you'd have servants and everything. You are part of the community, mate. You're just a bit further away than everyone else. I think really, especially the internet age now, it's brought everybody from all over the world closer together. Hey up, Carl, how are you, mate? You all right? Yeah, it's brought us all really close together. Miles don't really matter now with the internet. We can all help each other out. And let's face it, a corroded wire in New York's the same as a corroded wire in Birmingham or Manchester or Leeds or wherever. Ohm's law doesn't change by the mile, so we should be all right. Hey up, Steve Ashcroft in there. Hey up, mate. You're right. Yeah, you're right, Keith. It is. And this train by tech things that you're doing, it's absolute. Or even Spain. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, train by tech network. That's great. And the new diagnostic network. I've signed up for that. I've signed up for be a founding member on that. So it is exactly right. You've not missed out, Carl. You're in on time, mate. Yeah. Carl Ford, if any of you know him, he's a good techie from Lincoln Way. Main dealer, Master Tech. Only with Renault. There's no wrong with Renaults. Just got to remember polish that diamond. Yeah, yeah. I was a Renault tech years ago. Yeah, when I was working on them, it was Renault 21s, 19s, Renault 5 turbos, Clio Williams. They were all good days. And then came the Laguna and ruined it all with a G8T diesel. Oh my God. Lincoln's all right. It's full of cabbages, but it's all right. It's very flat. There's not many hills. Yeah, yeah. The cabbage capital of the UK. You look. I tell you, you guys, you spoil over there in the US. You got all these big, nice motors to work on. You get over here on. That's it. G8T. Yeah. Get over here working on some of these little 3-cylinder diesels and DPFs and all that. It really is. Some days it can be an absolute nightmare. You just go from one turd with 4 wheels to the next one. It can be how can we put it politely? Testing. I had a guy at a garage today, late on this afternoon, 6:30 tonight, and he said, I don't know how you do it. He really doesn't know how I do it. I would go from one person's problem to the next. He said I'd be breaking things, throwing hammers and all that. He just couldn't comprehend why I'm so passionate about what I do and why I enjoy it so much. 400-volt Renault Zoes. Now, you see, that's another thing I've not really got into yet, is the hybrids. I've done the basic stuff. See you later, Leon. Yeah, I've done the basic stuff, but I've not really got into the hybrids because we're not seeing a lot of them at the minute. Probably within the next 5 years they'll start coming mainstream. See you, Rick. Yeah, I think the first thing that we'll see with the hybrids and all that will be the taxis and stuff like that. They'll probably all go hybrid first and EVs. He works with someone like that, holding him back. So yeah, it's quite awesome, really. So yeah, the channel's doing really well. I'm really pleased with how the sub count's going. We're close to that magic number of 1,000. What am I using for cleaning valves on FSIs? Yeah, I'm on, Keith. I'm on Patreon, mate. I've just sorted that out. I'm on Patreon. I'm on buymeacoffee.com. I've got my first 3 patrons this last couple of weeks, so hopefully that'll get me a little bit of support while I'm waiting to hit the magic number, waiting to hit the 1,000. So yeah, it's yeah. I don't really see that I'm going to get much of a return for my investment on YouTube. I don't think it's good financially. Yeah, buy me a coffee. It's just buymeacoffee.com, and you can set it to whether people buy you 1 coffee, 3 coffees, or 5 coffees. It's pretty good. Yeah, there's no buy me a donut one though, Keith. So yeah, there's no buy me a donut one, not yet anyway. So yeah, I think what I'm looking for out the channel, I'm looking to share what I know with people that want to learn, that want to listen, that I can give, that I can give something to. I haven't got an apprentice. I'm not in a position that I can get an apprentice or anything like that. So it's just my way of giving a little bit back. I get quite a lot of criticism for sharing stuff on YouTube. There's a lot of people in the trade that don't want the information out in the public domain. But the way I see it is, Joe Public's certainly not going to go out and buy a Pico and a WPS. He's not really going to want to know the intricacies of in-cylinder pressure testing or even volt drop testing and stuff like that. And any silver bullets that I give out. What was that? Sorry. Yeah, get used to the criticism. You're right. It's fine. I'm thick skinned. You don't get as old and ugly as me without going through a few battles. So there's nothing anybody can say to me on the internet that they've not said up to me face. So I'm not too worried about it. Keyboard warriors don't phase me at all. Yeah, Craig, I've done a fair bit of work with WPS on diesels, but I've no mate, I haven't got a hat to or anything like that. No cap on tonight. I'm definitely not a male model. I'm not in your league anyway. So yeah, I've done a fair bit on diesels with the WPS, but I've recently had a bereavement. Me hard drives died, and I've lost my entire catalogue of known goods and stuff like that. It's quite devastating. It's a big blow to me, and foolishly I didn't put it all on the Pico waveform library. That's it. Call me late for dinner. Yeah, yeah. I really don't care. I've been all over the world. I've been to some of the most wonderful places in the world, and some of the worst places in the world. I've been shot at. People try to blow me up. I've had all sorts of stuff. So nothing anybody can say on the internet's going to upset me. The only thing I don't stand for in any shape or form is racism, hate speech or anything like that. But anything else other than that, throw it at me. It really don't matter. I'm not bothered. I fix cars, and you've got to be. I think you've got to be pretty thick-skinned to fix cars on a daily basis. So, well, she had a hard time on the Pico. Oh yeah, mate, you will do. You will do. There's some right keyboard warriors out there. I think we all know who they are. Most of them are just block them, mate. Just block them. And if they've got to sit behind a keyboard to make themselves feel good, then not worth worrying about anyway. Because they certainly wouldn't say it to your face. So I really wouldn't worry about it. I think the days of the actual forums, they're gone now. People don't want to sit with a Wigan. Oh man, Steve from the pie capital of the world. Yeah, you're a lucky man you are living in Wigan. I tell you what, I'd be about 40 stone if I lived in Wigan. I would. When I was a young lad, I used to be a Saturday lad for Robert's Bakery, delivering bread round Wigan, and oh mate, I used to have about 10 pies every Saturday. Yeah, I would. I'd be about 40 stone if I lived in Wigan. Same as that in Grimsby. I was up Grimsby. I was there on Sunday. Good lad, mate. Go get that diamond polish, mate. Don't forget, wax on, wax off. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, so times are changing. The days of the forum are gone. People don't really want to be sitting on keyboards. It's all mobile devices now, isn't it? Your dad drove for Rathbones. That was good bread. Good bread in its day. That was Rathbones. Ah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, that takes me back. That does. I don't think the age I was working at there now. You couldn't do it now. It'd be illegal. I mean, I remember working in bakery when I was 10, 11, something like that. I don't know. Under moving conveyor belts, brushing breadcrumbs up and stuff like that. You wouldn't, adults wouldn't be allowed to do that now in these days. Yeah. So yeah. So channel's going really well. The YouTube community in general, all the content creators, been dead welcoming to me. There's a couple of the hardcore ones out there that don't acknowledge you and stuff like that. But all the guys in the circles that we mix in have been very welcoming, and I've finally seen just what it takes to make YouTube videos. It's currently now it's I'd say for a 30-minute video for me, it's probably between 3 and 4 hours filming. I'm probably the same in editing just to get a 30-minute video out, and that's quite a lot. Like, hey, oh, we got flickering lights and all sorts here. What's going on? Is somebody trying to tell me something? Oh, we're not going to have a power cut. Yeah. So it's probably, yeah, there's probably 8 hours work goes into making a 30-minute video, and as busy as I am at the minute, it's really hard to find good stuff to film that's worth spending the time filming, to actually, you know, to actually then spend the time editing to put it out, to put it up on YouTube. Because I don't think there's any point in just putting videos out that are already up there, you know. Nobody wants to know how to, you know, well, no, everybody knows how to change a fuel filter on a Mondeo. You know, everybody. Am I doing? Yes, Keith, I am. I'm doing Patreon, mate. Simply Diag, I'm on. When I've finished this, when it goes up, I'll put a description on, and all the links should be there for Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal, and all that sort of stuff. I think it's just helps a little bit. Oh, Rick, where do I get my Pico stuff from? Some of it, when I was new to it, I bought my first Pico direct from Pico, but now there's a guy called Matt Williams from prodiag.co.uk. He's an ex Pico trainer, ex Pico employee. He lives very local to me, and he sorts me out with some really good deals on the Pico stuff. So if anybody, you know, if anybody in the UK or Europe needs Pico stuff, Matt Williams, prodiag.co.uk, he's the man to go see. Tell him I've sent you, and he'll look after you like you're a VIP. He's a real good lad, dead down to earth. He'll sort you out. He does all sorts of stuff, all the Pico stuff, Delphi stuff, including all the Delphi test kits, you know, the common rail, sealed rail kits and all that sort of stuff. He can sort all that sort of stuff out. Yeah, so that's where I get my Pico stuff from now. I've got the 4425, the new set of leads. I've got some bits and pieces coming for me WPS, because I've got one of the original WPS kits, so it's not a full kit. What will I be provided for Patreon? I'm going to do once a month. I'm going to do a patron only video for my patrons. So basically, I'll email them a private link to an unlisted video that's for patrons only. This month it's going to be a complete toolbox tour of my van. Hi Joe, how are you, mate? You all right? Yeah. VX Vauxhall, for anybody that doesn't know, is probably the premier Vauxhall tech in the UK. Real good lad, real dead helpful. Yeah, so like I say, this month they're going to get a toolbox tour. I'm a little bit reluctant to show everything in my van, because obviously on YouTube then somebody sees what's in it and where it is and all that sort of stuff. It could, you know, I could get targeted. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got plenty of security on it, and I use working landmine clearance, so I wouldn't try going too close to it if I were you. But yeah, this month they get a toolbox tour, and I'm planning to do at least one patron only video every month. They also get access to, I offer a technical helpline service. Basically it can be by video call, video conference, whatever, technical information support. Patrons can get access to that at a highly discounted rate, if not for free, depending on obviously the level of patronage, you know, the level that they pledge every month. So for example, if they've got a problem car that they're struggling to deal with, I'm quite happy to go on a video call and actually talk them through the test methods live on a video call, something like that, which is something at the minute I charge a premium for. Um, so that's really that's what patrons get. Russ, yeah, I do a bit of one-on-one training. I've done a few now for a few garages in the UK. I've travelled up, done a day's training. The problem with one-on-one stuff is I can't if the person came to me, I couldn't guarantee what sort of work they'd be getting, what sort of training they'd be getting. So if I went to them, um, yeah, yeah, cheers, Keith. Yeah, so if I went to if I go to somebody else one-on-one training, then obviously that means if I go for the day, I'm not going to earn any money for that day. So therefore, I've got to charge a premium for that. So, for example, if I went to evening Abdel, how are you? You don't need to call me sir. My name's Steve, mate. No formalities on this channel. Yeah. So, for example, if I travel 50 miles or something like that to go and do a day's training in a garage with the garage's tools, the garage's technicians, and stuff like that. Thank you. Then I'm gonna charge a day's rate plus travel, plus sustenance and that kind of takes it out of the price bracket of most people. Whereas most trainers are probably charging, I don't know, 200, 250 a day, something like that, plus travelling expenses. I'd be double that. So it's I've got a couple of days lined up in Scotland. I've just got to firm up on the dates. I'm doing some training this Saturday in Manchester. Um, so yeah, one on one. It can be very expensive. But saying that, I come to you. I teach you to use your tools. Um, the stuff that you've got, you get to drive the tool while I'm showing you how to maximize what you're using. I think that's far better than one in Glasgow and one in Edinburgh, Joe. Yeah, two garages up there want me to go up there. I've literally just got to firm the dates up. Um, so yeah, so it could be it could be worthwhile. Um, but like I say, there are a few people asking me to do training. It's just that obviously, I've still got to put food on my table. I've got to look after my customers that pay me on a daily basis. So I can't drop everything just to go and do one day's training at the other end of the country. Um, and I've still got to be fit for work the next day. So, yeah, hey, I'll do that, Joe. Actually, yeah. I will. I'll do that. I'll give you a shout when I get up there. I'll give you a shout a few days before. Then you can. We can make sure that we can meet up. And we will. We'll have a meet up. We'll go and have a brew or something like that. So yeah, yeah. I'll come and say hello. So yeah, it's a pretty cool adventure, this YouTube, and it's done. To be honest, it's done wonders for my business. Hi, Jan. You're welcome, mate. It's a pleasure. I enjoy doing it. Just saying, it's been a voyage of discovery. It's been really, really good. All right, mate. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, you be careful out there, mate, in the dark. Yeah, it's done wonders for my business. It's got me a lot more working for my actual Diag business. People are seeing it now. Yeah, they will, mate. Hang on. Which VW, Ryan? Are you on about the Polo? Were you on about the Polo then, Ryan? Oh, oh right. Oh no, the one with Yoda. Um, no, there won't be a repair video on that, mate. It was a Sunday afternoon. Literally, we were on it all day, mate, and it was backwards and forwards. There's just no way that I could possibly film what was going on, what was going through our minds with that. As it turns out, we thought we'd fixed it, but we lost that battle. Apparently, the fault came back on Monday morning. So, like, Yoda drove all the way from Grimsby, and I drove up from North, which we both come, 2 hours from either direction really, and we spent all Sunday on it. It's just a simple reference circuit A open circuit fault. Bread and butter stuff. It should be nothing difficult about it. It beat me week before last. I had a couple of hours on it week before last, and then, like I say, Sunday I drove up from Northwich on a Sunday to go and fix it, and we thought we'd found it. We thought we'd found a bad splice, and we couldn't get the fault to reoccur after we'd repaired the splice. So we thought we'd fixed it. Anyway, bad news is Monday morning it's still broke. So my feeling is now there's no circuit. You met him? Oh, you met him on a batting course, did you, mate? Awesome. Yeah, I tell you what, Carlton 8571. What he doesn't know about using Otis it's not worth knowing. Skoda Master Tech for years. But like I said, I don't know. There's nobody that knows that tool. I don't think that I know anyway. That maybe the exception of John Morgan with the VW side of it, but he really is a master with Otis. And connectors, connector locations, known faults. I mean, he's a single mark master tech. He knows that product inside out. And now he went training for John Batten at Auto IQ, and now he's gone over to Ford, completely different platform, and he's absolutely smashing the job at Ford now. So, yeah. Karsten, mate, you bought me a brew. Thanks very much, mate. I really, really appreciate that. Cheers. Yeah, we could do with a top up. Thanks, mate. That's really appreciated. Like I say, it's I'm not doing it for the money. It's really just to put something back into the Diag community. Bit of encouragement for the lads that haven't got somebody that they can learn from, that haven't got a network that they can that they can lean on. All I would say is anybody watching out there that's thinking that we're some kind of an elitist faction or anything like that. We're not. Virtually everybody that's within the network of people that I know and correspond with, they're literally we want to share what we've got. Trained by Tech Network, awesome channel. Go subscribe to him. Keith put some fabulous live streams together. Then from that we've got Keith DeFazio. He's doing literally cutting edge stuff with programming, mobile programming, and that. There's just some awesome guys in the network, really. Yeah, there we go. There he is, the master himself. I tell you what, Keith, I really would love to come and work with you. I would, mate. 100 mile an hour all the time. It'd be brilliant. And loads of coffee and eating loads of food that's bad for you. Yeah, that'd be awesome, that would. But I don't think they'd let me in, mate, to be honest. I've not got enough teeth. Like, oh no, he looks a bit rough. He can't come in. Right, I came back from overseas 2008, something like that, and I let my passports lapse. I vowed I'd never go to another airport again. I'd had enough for travelling all over the world and that. So I've let my passports lapse. So it's I'd have to renew my passport anyway. Yeah, but I would. I'd love to come. I'd love to come and do how did Ivan put it? The Staten Island Express. Yeah, that was it was the best video series Ivan did that. Yeah. Hey, that's a great offer, that is, Keith. But it's not. I couldn't just do a commute, could I? Yeah, I really would. I'd love to come and work on some of the stuff that you work on. Completely out of my comfort zone. I mean, I know the cars I work on over here, um, and then I look at some of the stuff that you guys are doing. All right, you know, similar systems, Chrysler, Fiat Chrysler, and all that. GM, same as our Vauxhall. So the same basic principles, but just the fact that I wouldn't know where any of the modules were, any of the connectors were, I wouldn't know any of the common issues. That'd pull me right out of my comfort zone, and I think that'd be brilliant. What a brilliant challenge that'd be. Um, the same way, you know, as if you guys came over here and started working on some of this rubbish that we have to work on. We thrive on the challenge, I think. Yeah, yeah, it would. It'd be awesome. Maybe. Yeah, let's never say never, Keith. You never know. One day I might just ping you a message, say, right, I'm on my way. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Carl. Yeah, you'd be welcome, mate. No problem. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I tell you, mate, we've got some. Without swearing on YouTube, I tell you what, we have got some proper piles of excrement that we have to work on over here. Yeah, yeah. 3-cylinder diesels with DPFs. Yeah, I'm sure I'm quite confident in my abilities, Keith. But I think it'd be really good to test myself to be it, because there wouldn't be a single vehicle that I'd be familiar with. It'd be quite a good test, I think, that of me basics. Yeah. I can't believe how much info you've got, mate. I really can't. Me and Leon from Bodget and Leggett, we were talking about that earlier this evening, about how much information you've got at your fingertips. You know, code setting criteria and all that sort of stuff. It's extremely rare to find that, and about the only time you will find it is unlike the hotel, some of the service info. Um, you're right. You've got even comparing your all data to our all data, although it's meant to be the same company. The level of information you've got in yours, we don't have. You know, the manufacturers don't give us that information. They don't want us knowing it. Um, so yeah, yeah, we were talking about it, just how much more efficient we'd be if we had that level of information that you've got. If our governments made sure that we had that information, you know, but we just don't get it. You know, we don't get it. Autodata, we've got. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Keith. I'll send you my logins for Autodata, and then you can have a look at the level of information that we have to deal with. Yeah, we can't even call all data here in the UK. They're based in Germany, and they don't pick the phone up when you ring them anyway. You have to put an email request in, and then you get it sometimes within 24 hours, sometimes within 24 weeks. Yeah, ours is the same, mate. But like your manufacturer's information contains code setting criteria, expected voltages on lines and stuff like that. Ours doesn't. So even though it is direct from the vehicle manufacturer's information straight out of it, we don't get it. We don't get that information. And like I say, from all data, everything's not on their database. If you want something VIN specific, you have to, you know, send them an email and say, I want it to this VIN. Right, okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, the user interface is brilliant. But yeah, yeah, I've found really, yeah, you're right there, Stevie. Like I say, if I had the level of information to my fingertips that any of the US guys have, I'd be able to do my job 10 times better. I really would. Um, Keith, I'll send you my login for Autodata. I'll send it you, and then you can log in and you can actually have a look and see the level that we work with on a daily basis. I'll send you my all data one as well, and you can have a look at that and compare it. A lot of the time, I forget who said it the other day. Somebody said it on one of the forums. We're more like reverse engineers. Was it? I tell you, it was. It was Stutzman. I was watching a video with Stutzman, and he was on about going through a wiring diagram and looking for expected voltages and that. And when he was going through it, and then he said it's no good looking at what you've got on the wire and looking for a change of state. The same as I did with the Vauxhall central locking video. Yeah, he is. He's really nice, really supportive as well. Terry is. But that's what we find we have to do a lot of the time, is actually reverse engineer the circuits that we're troubleshooting, because we just don't have the information, control module pinouts and stuff like that, what should be on a certain wire in a certain state. They don't show us the switches as being normally open or normally closed, or you know, so it all adds time to the job. Yeah. Yeah, but it makes it interesting. There's no point moaning about it when you work with what you got, don't you? You know yourself. If you've only got a 12mm spanner and you need to make it a 10, you shove a couple of coins in there to make it a 10, don't you? You know, it's you work with what you've got and you make the best of what you got. There's no good moaning about it. On the Autel, on some modules, when you go into, for example, if you get a DTC P0340, there'll be a little tab, a little button on the bottom. Carson, yeah, I've spotted that, mate. I'll say to you. So you say, for example, you get a DTC P0340, and then on the bottom row there'll be there'll be a little button that says service info. If you press that, it'll sometimes give you the code setting criteria for that circuit or for that DTC, and it'll also might give you a description operation. The same sort of thing as you'd get on the snap-on component test meter. You know, when you use the snap-on component test meter, that will sometimes give you, well, it does, it gives you yeah, definitely, Joe. Will, mate. I'll contact you before I come up. Then we can definitely meet up. Yeah. So, Carson, what do you think of Haynes Pro? I've got it. It's built into the Snap-on. It's okay. It's okay, but it's like all the Visa-based information systems. It doesn't give you the big picture. So if I wanted to look at a complete overview of an engine management circuit, I'd struggle to find it within the Visa system. I don't like it. I like to look at the big picture. I don't like somebody saying to me, right, step one, measure pin 1, is it 12 volts, yes or no? If yes, go to step 2. If no, go to step 3. I don't like that. Drews, what's the topic? There's no topic, mate. I'm just basically, it was just a dead short update on the channel on like the Patreon, the Buy Me a Coffee thing, what sort of videos I've got coming up. All right, Carl, see you later, mate. Yeah, what sort of videos I've got planned, that sort of stuff. Thanks to the people that give me a shout out. Keith Perkins, Keith Fazio, Leon from Budget and Leggett, Paul Danner from Scanner Danner. Yeah, you're right. So basically, the Haynes Pro, oh god, not the camera then. Sorry, the Haynes Pro, the Car Web, all those E3, all those sort of systems. They don't give you the big picture, and it is, it's process based, and I don't like that. I like to be able to look at a wiring diagram, figure out what's flowing from where to where, and go from there. The manufacturers are always preferable. Manufacturers' diagrams are always preferable. Drew, good luck. First scope class. Brilliant, Drew. Well done, mate. Hashtag Pico flu. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Once your eyes are open to the world by using a scope, the whole job changes. The whole diagnostic approach, the way you look at, that's it. Hashtag Pico flu. Once you've got it, mate, it spreads like wildfire, and you want everybody to catch it. There's nothing better, because it can't lie to you. The scope cannot lie to you. As long as you verify your ground, your scope can't. The scope can't lie. Manufacturers, no, they don't want us knowing, mate. But that's what it is. No, Keith, I tell you, I use my scope for so much more. You can find out more about a car's problem within 5-10 minutes with a scope than you can with any scan tool. I've said it for years, and I'll say it again, and I don't think I'll ever change my mind. If I lost everything in my van, if I had a total loss scenario, the first two things that I would buy would be a Pico and a Smoke Pro. They're the first two tools I would buy before I bought any scanner, before I bought anything. I would buy a Pico and a Smoke Pro. They've earned me so much money. They've used your scope to fix your printer. Oh, don't fix printers, mate. They're that cheap now. You just throw them away and get a new one. Yeah, printers are cheaper than the replacement cartridges. That's it, mate. Once you've got Pico flu, there's no cure for it. No known cure. Yeah. No, can't. And again, if you think about it, printers, their days are numbered. It's all going paperless now. Yeah, I would hope to think that we'll not be chopping trees down. But saying that, if you look at all the electronics we get, oh wow, chat's going a bit fast now. 4-gas. If I'm really honest, I've used a gas analyzer probably half a dozen times in the last half a dozen years for sorting problems out. No, you're right, mate. I wouldn't. 2 months ago when I started this, I thought I wouldn't have got 3 people watching me. It's amazing. It really is. I mean, there's 36 people in here now listening to me babbling on about nothing really, and it's quite humbling. It really is. I'm just a guy that likes fixing broken cars. Well, not even fixing them, diagnosing them. I like the chase. I like the challenge of not knowing what job I'm going to go to next, what problem I'm gonna find. I went to a Volkswagen Passat today. The customer phoned me up and said it had been towed into a local garage by the recovery services with the handbrake not working. No, I'm not a legend, mate. I'm just a fat bloke with no teeth and no hair. That's all, and no manners. Yeah. So the customer phones me up and says, "Yeah, my handbrake's not working. Been towed into a garage. Can you sort it out?" I'm like, "Of course I can. It's a Volkswagen electronic handbrake. Nothing difficult about that." So I gets there. Yeah, the handbrake's not working because the because nothing's talking because the ECU's full of water. It's a non-start with no can, and, so I just don't know what I'm going to from one minute to the next. What I'm going to see, what I'm going to find. Um, it's the challenge that I enjoy. It's the chase that I enjoy. You remember when you were a young lad and you got all of a sudden you got all these beautiful young ladies, it's the chase, it's the hunt, and that's what I'm after. I want to find that corroded wire. I want to find that break in that wire. I want to find the volt drop. I want to find the faulty component. Factory fit water leaks, mate. Factory fit. It come verdigris fitted as standard, whether you want it or not. Yeah. So yeah, that's the bit I enjoyed. The not knowing the uncertainty, the challenge of it. I couldn't go back to repairs. I couldn't go back to doing clutches and brakes and engine builds, and although I loved it when I was younger. That's it. Well, Keith, you know what we call the e-box on the BMWs. We call them the fishbowl, mate. When you take the top off the white box off the e-box on the Beamers, we always say, don't forget to feed the fish while you've got it open. Yeah, Drew, it's all part of it, mate. The frustration. Don't think for one minute that me, Keith, either Keith, Eric, Ivan, we all get frustrated, mate. Um, it's part of it, and you never ever stop learning. Every day's a school day, mate. Yeah, every day's a school day. Just embrace it, embrace the chaos, embrace the not knowing. That's it. You're right, Keith. It is the fire we need. There's nothing better. I like nothing better than my head going pounding, a headache because or getting home from a job, being beaten by a job, and pulling the wiring diagrams back out and having a look. What for miss? What voltage should I have here? That's right. I think we're all the same. All the good diag guys, all the committed diag guys. That's it. Sleepless nights. The guys that really want to do the job right. We're all the same. We're all the same. Got your ass kicked by a coil. You're right. But I think when you have curiosity, you're right. It is. It's the unknown. Well, I mean, we all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody likes to admit it when they do. But if you get your ass kicked by a coil or by a corroded wire that you've missed, that's the leveler. That's the thing that knocks you back down and reminds you every time. It's always the basics. No matter how complicated the system gets, it's still governed by Kirchhoff's law, Ohm's law, Boyle's law. That's it. Yeah, you know the laws of physics. No matter how complicated the system, it's always these systems are governed by physics that can't be changed. And I think we do. Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we start looking at stuff and we overlook it and then we get our ass kicked. But it brings you back down. And I think one of the best things is that the networks that we're all in, then they're the type of networks where you can ask the questions, where you can openly say, mate, I've got 14 hours on this car and I can't fix it. can anybody give me a point of view? Can you look at it from another angle and throw me some things to look at? Throw me, even if you don't tell me what to look at, ask me the question so I can answer my own. I can fix it myself. Ask me a question that will lead me onto a different train of thought. But yeah, Tiger B. After an ECU throttle body, accelerator pedals fitted. One incredible. Water ingress. That's the one. Water ingress. Where would we be without water ingress? We slate the French cars and stuff like that, but how boring would life be if we didn't get verdigris? Yeah, that's it. It does. Well, I've just put me prices up again. I'm probably now the most expensive Diag person within a 25-mile radius, and I've never been busier. And basically, it just gets me out of 2016 open close rabbit or 3-time causes cluster to not sleep. 7 amp drain at the battery. 2.7 amp. That's a big drain. That is. Has it got dual batteries? Has it got 2 batteries under the Keith seat? Under the seat, Keith. A lot of the times, if it's the dual battery system, the front battery is used for central locking and stuff like that, and it never gets changed. They always change the one at the back of the seat that's easy to change. I'd have a look at the front battery, mate. Single battery. Open and close, open and close, open and close. Yeah, you've got to be looking at a bad ground, a broken wire in the door loom, something like that. Short back feeding into the BCM, water ingress into the BCMI. Yeah, exactly. That's it. But I think no, charging right is half the battle. We've got the problem in the UK, even more so than you guys have. There's so many people doing. There's so many people doing it for peanuts, racing to the bottom of the pile. That it completely devalues what we do as specialists, as invested professionals. So we don't get yeah, we don't get the remuneration that we should do, really. I think I put it somewhere else the other day. Really, I should be charging 3 times more than I do. But you wouldn't get one job a week charging what we should really be paid. It's one of them things. Wow, I can't believe I've been waffling on here for nearly an hour. Aftermarket backup camera installed on network. Well, the camera shouldn't have anything to do with the doors opening and closing, should it? There's got to be green pins on the BCMI, aren't there? There's got to be green pins or door loom, something like that. And then obviously that'll be the BCMI coming on. That'll be waking your clocks up, won't it, to display the odometer and stuff like that. Yeah, so plumber makes 250 an hour as maybe 25 grams worth of tools on the high end. Yeah. Well, I don't really want to say what my gear's worth on live on YouTube, but I certainly don't earn $250 an hour. And I've certainly got a couple of quids more than 25 grand. Yeah, you're right. We're underpaid, but I think we get our rewards in other ways. Um, there can't be many trades. Let's put it that way. There can't be many trades out there that are as challenging or as rewarding as what we do on a daily basis. There can't be. I can't think of. I mean, I'm an apprentice trained carpenter. Um, I'm a time served carpenter. I served my time, decided it wasn't for me. I wanted more of a challenge, so I went back to college and became a mechanic. And I've never looked back. I can't think of anything more rewarding on a trade level than what we do. Yeah, yeah. But it's not just the total sum of what you've got. It's all the subscriptions. I mean, Stevie there from Krypton, he'll tell you, the software subscriptions, the update costs, the technical information costs. Um, it's uh, it's it's never ending. It's never ending, and the cost to actually do business at the level that we do it at increases on a daily basis. The bills don't get smaller on a daily basis; they get bigger every single day. Um, but it's what we do. Yeah, I know you know the cost, mate. Yeah, I've seen some of the kit that you use. Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's the cost of doing business, and I think doing diag, we don't we do it because we love it. If you didn't enjoy doing it, you couldn't do it. You can't be a good diag tech and not enjoy doing the diag. Hey Javier, San Francisco Bay Area. Nice one, dude. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. I'm sat here in Northwich in Cheshire in the UK, talking to people from New York, from San Francisco, from Scotland, from Europe, from how cool is it? How cool is it that there's 47, 48 of us in this room you know, just just babbling on and talking about Grimsby. Hey Johnny, there we go. A Premier Mitsubishi Tech, if ever there was one. Yeah. Drew, you're in Cali, are you, mate? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, I remember the first scope course I ever did. Carson's in Copenhagen, yeah. So this is, I mean, it's a worldwide community. You wouldn't see dentists sitting like this, would you? Eh? Scotland. Was that Tam then? It was, wasn't it? Do you like Cornwall? Yeah. You wouldn't see dentists sitting like this. What is it? 10 o'clock, half past 10 at night. Churning like this with Spain. Yeah, Rick's in Spain. Oh, Spain. Paella. That's all I've got to say on that matter. Paella. Yeah. Cambridge. Africa. Whereabouts in Africa, NK? Yeah. Yeah. South Yorkshire. No wrong with Yorkshire. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I got me taste for training that. As a VSO volunteer in Kenya, in rural Kenya, teaching students how to be mechanics in rural Kenya with not even a car to work with. Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. It was. That was the beginning of my passion for training people and sharing my knowledge. Steve O's in London. Good lad. Good lad. Aye, aye, Savoy. Is that how, I think, is that how you say it? Yeah. We're all over the place, and it's awesome. It really is. Aye. Yeah. So yeah, we got some Devon. Oh, there we go. See, when everybody's saying they're like Devon, London, that, the first thing I think of everywhere is food. Food from there. What food is from there? Paella from Spain and Puerto Rico. Pedro, I am happy birthday for the other day, Pedro. I hope you had an awesome day. Oh, Puerto Rico, fantastic. Yeah, that's got to be something with chilies in. That has got to be something with chilies in. Morocco, awesome. Grimsby fish, can't beat a bit of fish and chips, best in the world. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think my two favourite from wherever I've been all over the world. My two favourite foods have got to be paella, a really nice seafood paella, and roast goat from Kenya. Yeah, yeah, roast goat from Kenya and Spanish paella. They've got to be my two favourite foods. Yeah. Bangers and mash. Cut. Keith, did you see that picture of them sausages I had for me tea last night? They were literally two sausages nearly filled the plate. They were home-made pigs, all natural, no fillers, no cereal, no nothing, just pure sausage. Oh, they were gorgeous, mate. They really were. They were epic. I bought a massive bag. How many kilos? There's probably, I don't know, 10 kilos. Hey Terry, yeah, how are you, mate? Glad you could join us. We were talking about you before. Yeah, oh mate, awesome sausage. Yeah, chips and gravy, or chips, cheese and gravy. Later, solid. Thanks for joining in, mate. No, mate, we were talking. Terry, we were talking about when you're doing the Volkswagen door locks and you're on about wiring diagrams and you were saying about the European wiring diagrams, you're doing nothing more than reverse engineering because they don't give you the information on the diagrams. Switch the switch states and stuff like that. And we were saying that's the difference between the US information and the rubbish that they feed us over here. Yeah. We here in the UK and Europe, we're reverse engineers because we haven't got the information to actually work out what should be going on. It was, mate. Yeah, it was an old video, but all these people that I keep finding, and then I keep going back every now and then and I'm looking for stuff that's relevant to what I do, and that was a great video. That was, well, it wasn't one video, was it? Was it two or three? You did the first part where you analysed the door lock and what the actual mechanicals of it and that, and then the second part was the wiring diagrams, and it was really, really good. That I enjoyed that. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, we're reverse engineers here in Britain because we've got no other choice. We didn't film anything at AES. Like I say, it was just dead. It was dead hectic. Yeah, we could have filmed. There's no problems with that. They do, mate. I think like with the likes of your videos, Keith's, well, all the lads, you can always pick something up. You can always pick up. Anybody, you watch a 30-minute video and there might be two or three things in that video and you think, I've never thought of it that way before. I've never looked at it from that angle before, and you can pick it up. No matter how experienced you are, there's always something to be gleaned from another person's viewpoint, especially diag related. Make a film of me making a film. Oh, yeah, I could have. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, but the problem is when I'm working, if I'm really honest, why I don't do so much live, why I don't do so many live videos while I'm working is, one, I tend to speak before I think, so I know what I want to say in my mind, but it comes out wrong when I'm speaking it. Two, I swear an awful lot. Three, I smoke too much. And four, I really say a lot of things that I shouldn't say. So that's probably why I don't do live filming. I'm just a normal working class bloke from the north of England. You know, it's there's no airs and graces on me, and I swear like a trooper, I smoke like a trooper. You know, you know, it's I'm not sure that'd be good for me channel, to be honest. Oh right. I see what you mean, Steve. Yeah, that might be good. That's a good idea, but I don't know how I would do it. Maybe if I just did like got a second camera running. But like I say, for a 30-minute video, it currently takes me about 4 hours of filming and about 4 hours of editing to put a finished 30-minute video up on YouTube. So it is quite intensive. There's a lot of work goes into it, and I'd say probably, yeah, yeah, but it's 8 hours unpaid, but it's not, because I don't think the money is the reward for it. Yeah, the money's dead nice and it pays the bills and all that, but like some of the private messages that I get from people, not I don't mean the comments that people leave on the videos. I mean literally private messages that people send me, and thank you very much for posting that, and thanks for going through this, and can you explain a little bit more about that. I think that's the reward, that you think that somebody's actually investing their time. Got to get back to it. God, it's past my bedtime. Yeah, 10 to 15 hours in an hour. Yeah, it will be. It will be. It's a long. It really is labour intensive. Yeah, and again, most of it ends up, in the recycle bin, doesn't it? There's it's only a small percentage that makes it through to the final edit. Which is why I think, like Keith from New Level Auto, that's got to be a winning formula, that there, where you just go live in short bursts. Almost with, yeah, night Rick. Yeah, you're right. Well, like I say, it's nearly 11 here now. Yeah, it is. It's nearly 11 here now. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, I think Keith Fazio, you've got it right, mate. These short burst videos, not you don't have to do a lot of editing, and it is what it is. It's shot live, mobile. It's pretty awesome, that. Yeah, I can't do it. My yeah, I don't know. I really don't think that me doing live videos would be a good idea. I certainly never get anything. You are, mate. You are, and you know it. You like coffee, you like donuts, so there can't be that much wrong with you, mate. And you're good with kids. The way you are with Rocco, that's awesome. That is, mate. I wish my son had come to work with me. So yeah, you're doing all right, fella. Yeah. So yeah. Hey, Keith, that's awesome. That you'd make a good Brit, you would, because that's what we do. If we like somebody, we take the piss out of them and tell them how crap they are. Yeah, yeah. You make good Brits. Yeah, yeah. That's what we do. Yeah, yeah. It works for his son. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, it's been an absolute awesome 75 minutes. This, um, I've really enjoyed it. We had a great gang of lads in the chat. It's been really fun to do. So all I can say is, I promise you, there's a do well. Yeah, Terry, come on, mate, get us some more videos out. Yeah, the way you do your videos, I love them. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, it's right. The live streams are really this. I like this, sitting and talking. I just wish what we should do is maybe do, like, get it so we can get more than one person doing it. Just, join in. So yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. So all I can say is thanks very much for taking part in the live stream tonight. It's brilliant. You're going to. Oh, cheers, Steve. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Literally, we're not. No water. No, I don't believe that. Yeah, it's. We'll we'll do it again. But maybe what we'll try and do is we'll try and get. I don't know. Can we do multiple people on one live stream? Is that? You tried to do that the other night, didn't you, Keith? And it didn't. I don't know whether you've nailed the ironed the creases out of that, but that'd be pretty awesome. We can get a couple of feeds going. Hangouts, Google Hangouts. How does that work? I don't know whether I can do Hangouts or not yet, because I've not got my 1,000 subs yet. So, like, I can't put certain links on, and I can't do certain things until I've got 1,000 subs. Neon Hangouts. Right. I'll tell you what, we'll have to. Well, I've got Google Hangouts, but I don't think I can tie it into my YouTube channel. Oh right, okay. I'll look into that then, yeah, because it'd be cool if we could get like the like a multi-screen banter thing going on, like US versus Europe or something like that. Try and get something going on at an evening time when you guys aren't working and we've finished, and yeah, and we'll do that. We'll try and get a multi-screen thing going. That'd be quite good. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So once again, I'm off now. It's way past my bedtime. So thank you very much for joining in on the stream. It's been a really awesome way to spend a couple of hours. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to you guys doing some videos. And I promise you, I'll get some more up on the channel as soon as I can. All right, guys. Night. Thank you very much. Love you all. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Night, Pedro. Night, Keith. Night, Craig. Night, Carsten. Night, Terry. Night, Ultimate. Night, Carl. DB. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. Tout en Bye bye.